Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a fun get ready with me using a bunch of my fall luxury favorites. So I have been testing out a bunch of makeup and giving you reviews in the past few months, but I wanted to kind of do a little get ready with you and show you my true favorites, what I'm reaching for most, as well as kind of pulling out my Dior Quints and kind of walking you through my favorites. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look using my fall favorite luxury beauty products, as well as a brand new fragrance that I'm so excited about, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's put some makeup on this face. Today we are going to start with one of my favorite foundations, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I had to pick up one other color. I truly love the Cle De Peau. This is the Radiant Matte Fluid Foundation, and I truly love this. I bought it in shade B20, which I think is a pretty good match, and then I picked it up in 020 when it was on sale the other day. Cle De Peau had a little sale and I just love this one. So you guys, I know it says matte, but I don't find this to be matte at all. I think it's a radiant kind of velvety finish. And the 02, I was a little bit influenced. I have one of you subscribers who has the same skin tone as I do, and they said that 020 was actually the perfect match for them versus the B20. So of course I was like, when it was on sale, I love this foundation enough to pick up both. So I'm going to give you a swatch of these. So right here, you guys, is the 020, and then here is B20. So slight differences here. This is more cool toned, and then this is ochre. So it's going to pull maybe a little bit warmer. I'm not quite, it almost seems a little neutral. But anyways, I thought, you know what? I'm going to get that color. And yes, I fully admit that I am crazy about matching my foundations, but regardless of what color you get, I truly love this foundation. It is definitely a fall favorite, and we'll put that on my face. Now, the reason I like it is it has nice coverage. I would say a solid medium, maybe even a touch more. It also has just a really nice sort of a radiant velvet finish on the skin. I am someone who doesn't love powder, so for myself, I feel like I don't really have to powder down with this foundation. It feels very nourishing to the skin, and it doesn't feel drying at all to me. So I'm going to be using the 020 today. And again, you guys, if you want to see a side-by-side comparison of those two colors, I will do that. But we'll just start with this today. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty. This is the little foundation brush, and I'm going to just buff this into the skin. Okay, this is one pump of that foundation. Again, here is the shades here. This is 020, and then this is B20. And to be honest, you guys, it looks like I can use both shades. I was just curious, and in this time of COVID, it's hard to go and get samples, and I just truly love this foundation. So here is what this is looking like. If you can see, you guys, it just has a really nice sort of radiant finish to it. We're going to let that kind of sink in, and then it becomes a little bit more kind of velvety. Now, this is an expensive foundation, but I have just really fallen in love with it. It does have skincare benefits in it, but it just feels very nourishing on my skin. And again, I was going to pass on this because it said the word matte in it. I'm someone with dry skin. That isn't what I look for in a foundation, and I just find that this is a beautiful hybrid kind of product. Definitely gives you a little bit of a radiant matte or velvet finish on the skin, and so that is a true fall favorite. Next up, we'll put on a little concealer, and if I had to pick one concealer, I'm not a huge concealer fan. I just sometimes feel like it just ages that little under eye area, but of course we need to kind of brighten up. Then I'm going to go for CHANTECAILLE. This is the Le Camouflage Stylo. You guys see me use this all of the time. I have it in the shade 2, and it just has a very lovely thin texture, and it just kind of brightens up. It has an anti-fatigue complex, and so I also feel like it gives my eyes just a little bit of a oomph. So I'm just going to put a little bit under here, and then I'm going to use my fingers. Now, I do like the Cle De Peau as well. I do enjoy their pen. I'm not sure if I have it in the right color. I think I have beige, but I've also had that one in almond. Anyways, I am just going to use the CHANTECAILLE because that is my current favorite. And I'm just going to kind of pat this underneath my eyes, and it just feels lovely. A little bit of lightness under there, and then we're going to move on to eyes. So I am in love with the Dior Quints, and I know I've talked about this so many times, and I need to do a designated video ranking all of my Dior Quints. That will be coming up. Thank you, Donna, for the idea, but I thought I would just kind of run through them quickly today, and then we can kind of decide which one I am wearing. I own 5 of the Quints, as well as the limited edition in Golden Snow. So I love Golden Snow. So if you are available to get your hands on this, I do highly recommend it for just a beautiful, soft, easy to wear eye. This does have a little bit more of glittery eyeshadow in it than the other ones that I'm going to be talking about, but I do love that one. Now, for day-to-day eye looks, I would recommend either soft cashmere. This one is very well loved, you guys. This is a fantastic kind of cooler toned palette, or nude dress, and I love nude dress, you guys. It is perfect. So this is going to be your warm toned Quint, and this is going to be your cool tone Quint. Totally recommend either one of those. Just gorgeous. Now, all of these can be worn as a day-to-day eye, but those are in the neutral category. And then we have one more neutral here. This is New Look. This one's going to have a little bit more oomph on the eyes than I would say soft cashmere. This one just is gorgeous. You've got this rich burgundy shade, this really lovely kind of deep brown over here. It's so gorgeous. To me, has some nice cool tones. I love New Look as well. This was the first one I purchased versus soft cashmere, so I love this. And again, this is a totally perfect neutral day-to-day eye, but I would say a little step up with that kind of fun pop of that burgundy, kind of fall inspired kind of Quint. And then I love TUTU. Now, TUTU is going to bring in that beautiful kind of lavender tone over here, this almost mauve shade. This makes a gorgeous eye. If you are someone who also has hazel eyes, I find this one to be super pretty. I have not been able to pick up that plum one yet. That's on my list. I think that would be pretty. I think it was sold out when I was looking, but this again is just a gorgeous eye look for anybody. but particularly if you do have hazel eyes, I would say this is a yes. And then we have one crazy fun one that you guys, I'm shocked at myself that I love this one so much, but this is denim. And this is your fun kind of quint for those of you that can rock the good kind of blue eyeshadow. This is fabulous. So the formula is gorgeous. I've just had having fun playing with this kind of neutral color here, and then love this teal and just kind of using these bottom ones as liners. Even this one as a liner is just super pretty, and this is one that my daughter loves as well. She will come and play with that one. So those are my favorite quints. As of right now, I am interested in Jungle, which has those kind of green tones in it. A lot of times these do sell out, and then as you know, I'm testing other makeup and I kind of move on, but I highly recommend these. And today we're going to create a super simple, beautiful look with the nude dress. This is just so pretty, kind of playing off a little bit of my sweater here today, more of those kind of warm kind of tones. And I'm going to start with this beautiful peach color right in the center. This is so pretty. I am using my Chanel Blender Shader brush, and I am just going to place that beautiful peach color all over the lid. I'm taking whatever's excess on here, and I'm just bringing that up into that brow bone. Just laying down a nice little light base on the eye. I'm hoping everybody's going to be having a good weekend and hoping you're getting geared up for Thanksgiving. I'm going to go ahead and take this beautiful sort of soft brown over here. And I'm using the other side that's kind of a flat-edged brush. And I am going to build a little bit of depth on the outer V. Was probably a little heavy-handed on that. We'll take off some of the product here. Taking whatever's left here, you guys, I'm going to kind of look at you guys here right into the camera, and I'm just pulling that slightly above my crease as my eye is kind of open. Taking the other side of the brush and just going to kind of blend this in with little circular motions. Then I'm going to come in with this cooler toned kind of taupe color. And I'm going to place that on the lid a little bit. I love the play off of these two colors here. This is a teeny bit warmer. This is a bit cooler. Then we've got that peach there. I'm going to take a little bit of this beautiful kind of oyster highlight, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to pop it right above my iris. Just a little pop there. Then I'm just going to blend that in. Okay, I am going to take my Rephr number 3 Pencil Pro here, and I'm coming into this beautiful little chocolate cocoa, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to run it underneath my lash line and up closer to the lash line too. So you can use the shadow as your liner, or you can use both. So I'm just going to kind of define the eyes with a little bit of that near the lash lines. Okay guys, just super pretty wash of color. I just find these to blend beautifully. You can just create a super simple kind of soft eye look, but will give your eyes definition. So I love nude dress. You could just leave it like this using this shadow as your eyeliner and then put on mascara. I'm going to define my eyes just a little bit more using two of my favorite liners. Today I'm going to be using the Luster Glide. These are from CHANTECAILLE. The two favorite pencils that I love are Chanel STYLO Use and the CHANTECAILLE, the Luster Glide. These are both sort of like gel-based kind of liners that stay in place. So I'm going to use Jasper on the bottom, which is a bronzy kind of brown. It's just super pretty. It's a little bit lighter than sort of an espresso, more in that chestnut color, kind of along the lines of Brune Agape, which I'm out of at the moment. And I love to bring in that sort of charcoal gray kind of liner when I'm using these warmer toned kind of eyeshadows. So, okay, so I'm going to start with Jasper, and I'm going to put that on the bottom lash line here. And then I'm going to take this slate and I'm going to come close to the lash line and just wiggle it kind of in that upper waterline. Okay, so kind of a little bit of a contrast too between a little cooler kind of slate and then we've got a little bit of that warmer kind of chestnut brown. So I love playing with liners like that as well. And I'm so excited because I picked up the Black Forest eyeliner at the sale. That was a recommendation from you guys. I don't know why I don't have that one yet, but I can't wait for that to show up. So we'll be playing with that soon enough. Next, I'm going to use my personal favorite, and it is the CHANTECAILLE Faux CILS Longest Lash Mascara. This is just my go-to mascara. I'm going to go put on mascara. I'm going to clean up my brows just a bit, and then we will finish off the face and then do some fun fragrance. Okay, we have got eyes on, and then in the meantime, a little delivery came, and I just wanted to say thank you, Zoe Grant. She sent me the Aqua Foundation in shade 113. I have shade 123, and we're very similar tones. And she said 113 works really well for her. I think you might mix 1232 together, but anyways, so excited. Thank you so much. That was really sweet of you to send me your extra. I will use this very soon on camera. So thank you, thank you. I love Kogan Dough. Okay, moving on to cheeks, and then moving on to bronzers. We're going to use the CHANTECAILLE. This is the Real Bronze, and this one is in Serena. I love both of them, you guys, but I have been kind of using Serena a little bit more. It is in the golden undertone, and I've been using Serena a bit more as the weather is shifting here. Can you guys believe that Thanksgiving is next week? I've got to start doing some holiday shopping, and I'm so excited. So yes, I was asked if I would do a little gift guide. I'm always not great about figuring out the best sales and everything, but I do have some fun stuff that I was just going to share with you that I'll be picking up for my family members, hubby, those kind of things. So it won't be totally exclusive to makeup and beauty. My husband's not into that stuff, but he is into cooking and music and books. So I was going to do some of those recommendations as well. So I was going to do some of those recommendations as well. And I'll just share some of the ideas that I'm thinking about for family, friends, and everybody. So I look forward to doing that video. Then we're going to use one of my favorite fall blushes that I picked up. Now, this is limited edition. I'm hoping you can still pick this up. This is Dior's, and this is just such a pretty blush. To me, I love it because it does have a little bit of highlight in it as well. So it's kind of one-stop shop, but it's that perfect kind of peachy pink color. And, ooh, got a lot over on there. We'll fix that. Let's just say use a light hand. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're putting this on. Don't worry, we will blend. We're going to have a nice little flush going on. But you guys, it's just such a fantastic kind of healthy looking blush. So before I do that, I'm going to take my big La Mer brush, which by the way, totally think this is a fantastic gift. It's the softest, best little buffing brush out there, and I just love it. So anytime you are heavy-handed with anything, you can use your La Mer brush and just kind of buff it out. But do you see how that blush has a little bit of shimmer in it? It's not over the top, you guys. It's just going to give you a healthy glow. And then speaking of glow, we are going to use my Sicily. And this is what I'm going to use kind of as a setting powder. So I do like to take this La Mer brush just like this, and then this becomes sort of my setting powder. It's going to give me a little extra glow, and I just love that bronzer too. Now you can totally use the Sicily as bronzer. I just sort of use this as the ultimate glow maker because I find that it looks super healthy and it is just gorgeous. So that may be another gift idea, and I guess that would be a good gift idea, is you could go all out for a little glow maker and you could get the Sicily bronzer, which is a splurge item for sure, along with the La Mer powder brush, and this could be your little glow maker for one of your beauty junkies. I'm just thinking out loud, you guys. Out loud as I'm starting to get excited to do a little holiday shopping online. Then for lips, I'm obsessed with the Victoria Beckham Posh lipsticks. I ended up getting 2 more of them along with the little lip liner deal. Again, thank you. You guys reminded me that it was ending soon, so I went ahead and picked that up. I have the liner in shade number 1, and then I picked it up in 2 new favorites, Pout and Girl. I think I'm in love with Girl, you guys. So I will put both of those on for you today, but I just love all of them. I love the formula. They feel amazing on the lips, and I love the colors. So a true little favorite from Victoria Beckham. So I'm going to take the liner, and this is shade number 1, and I just think this is a perfect kind of neutral little lip pencil. We're first going to put on Pout, and then I will end with Girl because I'm in love with that one. This one's going to have a little bit more of a pink coral tone to it. And this is lip liner 1 with Pout. Kind of surprised at how much I love this color. I don't tend to go towards those more pink coral tones, but this one is just muted enough. I feel like it livens up the complexion, and I really love Pout, you guys. That's a beautiful color. And then we'll go ahead and put on my personal favorite. This one is in Girl, and this one's going to have a little bit more of that neutral tone underneath it. And then we've got Girl, and Girl is going to be a neutral pale pink. Both of these are gorgeous. I have fallen in love with both of them. I'm going to put on Girl. And this is the shade Girl with the lip liner number 1. Okay, cannot give those lipsticks high enough praise. I love them. They feel fantastic on the lips. I love all the colors. And then we are going to top everything off. I'm going to use my favorite Chantecaille. This is the Rose de Mai. So this is what I use pretty much every day. And then that's just going to set the makeup, take any kind of powdery look away. Then for fragrance of the day, we are going to be testing the Gris Charnel from BDK. So you guys, I am obsessed with that brand at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and put on Gris Charnel. So BDK is sort of a hot niche brand at the moment. Lots of buzz going around about these fragrances, and it has been on my list to try. And I'm so excited because I have reconnected with one of my favorite little perfume friends. This is Josie Plumey from Oswald in New York City. Josie is a true sweetheart. I met her when I was dropping my son off at college in New York City, and I was on the hunt for a perfume to kind of make myself feel better. I literally walked the wrong way on Broadway. Made it all the way down kind of to the Wall Street district, totally bypassing the actual perfume place. So by the time I showed up there, I had walked miles and miles, and I walked into this beautiful kind of niche perfume store that unfortunately does not exist anymore. It had to close due to COVID, but they still have an online store, and Josie is my just absolute go-to fragrance girl. And if you have ever watched Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, I love to watch Carlos as well. They have done several videos together, and I just adore her, and I got to meet her in person, and she spent so much quality time with me, and she helped me pick out a special fragrance that I will always remember because it was the big drop-off of dropping my son off as a freshman in New York, thousands of miles away. Needless to say, I was a little freaking out and needed a little comfort, and perfume does exactly that. So this Gris Charnel is just right up my alley. Many of you told me that I needed to try this, and you were right. This is exactly right up my alley. You were describing this as a beautiful sort of cashmere sweater that you're going to just envelop yourself in, that is the perfume itself, and I totally agree. This is a warm oriental fragrance. This fragrance has black tea, fig, and cardamom. So if you can just think about a beautiful mug of black tea, that lovely scent of that, I just love black tea, with that cardamom, which is such a warm, beautiful spice. And then that interesting element of fig, which you guys, I am obsessed with fresh figs. Like if you ever have been on my Instagram account, when it is fig season, that's probably all you're going to see. So just love the opening of this fragrance. Then in the middle notes, it's got iris and vetiver, which, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of vetiver. And then in the base notes, you've got that creamy sandalwood and tonka. So this is just a spectacular combination of notes, you guys. It's a really unique kind of special perfume. I truly don't have anything exactly like this in my collection, and yes, this I cannot seem to get enough of, and yes, this is full bottle worthy. So I'm just obsessed with that perfume at the moment. It is just unique, it is gorgeous, it is warm, it is enveloping, it is cashmere in a bottle. So I am intrigued by the whole brand. I've got some samples coming my way, so we'll do a whole BDK video. Many of you have already tried some of these fragrances. Let me know what your favorites are. I also got a sample of Pas Ce Soir, which I'm in love with as well. This one has a quince note in it, and I'm just obsessed with this one as well. So anyways, I will leave Josie's information down below in the description box. She's amazing, so definitely reach out to her. That is at Oswald, New York City. She is just a true dear friend. She's also a fellow beauty junkie, so of course that is kind of fun too. So okay guys, this is the final look of the day. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Kind of wanted to give you a little update on things that I've been absolutely loving since I purchased, as well as just some of my tried and true favorites. And then we got to end with a gorgeous fragrance of the day that I'm so excited about. So you guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.